we're here at Viva Fresh Expo 2026. Again, in beautiful San Antonio, Texas at the JW Marriott Hill Country Resort. And my buddy Craig Sladoff here to my right might be the last time I talked to him today.
Yeah, maybe the last time you talked to him, and this could be
So for those that don't know, Craig claims he's retiring,
This is
but
the end.
we're going to give it from now until next. We're going to give a grace period of 364 days and see what happens.
Well,
In the meantime,
I am hoping that Viva lets me stay involved with the pickleball. I really have.
oh, really? You want to freelance? You're going to be a freelance pickleball contractor?
Guy. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's a.
Well, I come cheap.
It doesn't pay, so that's great.
Well, that's perfect.
Well, that's my pickleball expert over here, semi-retired. We'll see guy. And then over here to my far left, we have Melinda Goodman, president and owner of Full Tilt Marketing, as well as Mr. Dante Galeazzi, of president and CEO of TIPA, Texas International Produce Association, for those of you that don't know, and Viva Fresh Expo. Welcome.
Thank you guys for having us.
Not
Excited
at all.
to be back.
Thanks for being here. You know what time it is. It's Drinks with Dante and Melinda.
That's
so
right.
we all have a drink here, and it's not because we had to have it. We chose to have it.
Speak for yourself.
It is happy hour here.
It's been a long couple days.
Although, in all fairness, look, I wasn't planning to have 2 drinks.
It was a gift.
I went and grabbed a beer, and then my good friend Ed brought me a chalice of wine.
Craig,
so I appreciate that.
Craig doesn't do anything unless he does it 100%.
100%.
And if he's going to drink, he's going to do 100%.
One of each.
110%. Yeah, exactly.
He wants one of each.
They're both very tasty, by the way. So they're
I bet.
very refreshing.
I bet. Well, guys, look, we would need hours and hours to wrap up what has happened these last couple weeks, or a couple days, weeks, months,
It's felt
but in
like all of it.
particular, the show itself. As we all know, it feels a lot less stable, if you will, when you're in the middle of the production aspect. I've gotten nothing but good feedback. It's been a long week. I feel like I could do it all over again tomorrow. Cheers.
I would like a day off in between, please.
Okay, maybe one day.
I got to tell you, man, it is exciting to be at this point because, like you said, we are still seeing. I mean, it is 3:30. We've got a little less than a half an hour left here. And look at this floor, man. It is still packed. It is still busy. People are still talking, doing business, visiting. It is exciting. It's awesome. And it's a ton of high energy. To your point and to Melinda's point, I would love to do this again, but definitely with some time in between. I will say this. It is a labor of love, and it's not just us. It's Tipo puts it on, not just Full Tilt that helps design all these things and make our ideas come to life, but it's you guys too. So I'm going to give you guys some kudos here because it's our volunteers, man. The guys from the industry who believe in these things enough, who care enough to say, you know what, I'm going to put in a few more hours over my already busy day, already over everything else I do in life. And I'm going to make sure that we get a chance to come together as an industry in an awesome event like this.
And
Thank
it's
you.
our sponsors, right? Like we couldn't do this without our sponsors and make it possible for all the retail and food service buyers to be here, and nobody would be here if they weren't here. So this is what it's about. Just as I was walking up the aisle to come up here, somebody stopped me and said,
You mean the aisle that we could barely get
Yeah,
through because there's that many people here
that's
still?
exactly,
That aisle?
that's the aisle. And
Yeah.
that's exactly what the person said. It's like, I don't know what your magic is here, but they're like, most shows at this time are people are tearing down and the booths are quiet. Like you still can't get down the aisles. There's just the secret sauce here.
Yeah. No, it is. It's
Salsa.
amazing.
Let's call it secret salsa.
There you go. Secret salsa.
And yeah, the sponsor piece is just, it's crucial, right? I mean, there's so many people, so much effort goes into that side, right? In getting those sponsors. And you guys do a great job of delivering the sponsor message, right? Because that's equally as important. People are investing a lot of money, and the job you guys do at Full Tilt and Tepa, through all the efforts you guys make, you really get good representation out there. And, you know, everybody, I think that's why the show is as successful as it is because you guys execute so well.
Well, people have to see value, right?
Yep.
It comes down to that. What I sat with this morning, a first-time attendee or 2 first-time attendees today, and said, "Tell
That's
me."
fun.
I was, and they're like, "Tell me more about this." And they were at the Edge breakfast, so they were sitting down to be mentors and learn what that was all about. And they said, "You know, what's your mission here? And like, how's this all work?" And I said, "Well, first of all, it has to be all about networking. The value is in relationships, and there's a certain kind of relationship that happens when you send hundreds of thousands of dollars of produce down the road and you trust that it's going to deliver, and it's not a widget that you can repeat every single time, and sometimes it goes right and sometimes it goes a little bit wrong, and you need a relationship that makes that okay on the days that aren't good. So I said, that's what in person is about. And he said, well, is there anything else? I said, yeah, it's also about the healthy products. And I love it. We're sitting here with Craig, who has been a champion of those healthy things since the beginning. But I said, we have steering committee members that said, we grow the healthiest fruits and vegetables, the healthiest food essentially, and we have to celebrate that. And I said, we celebrate it in the mission of all the food that we put on the table. I said, this is not banquet food. This is elevated fruits and vegetables. And I said, secondly, it's about showing up in ways in the Clean Eating Challenge and our activities that give back and celebrate through our speakers that might talk about health and wellness and even mental health and strength and resilience. So, Craig, you're the person who led that
You're the
charge.
embodiment.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
the embodiment of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. While I have 2 cocktails here on the
Yeah.
desk. But
You're so
Yeah.
healthy.
I was gonna say did you try? So I did. The one thing I did get some of was the broccoli, the butternut squash and broccoli for the tacos. So good.
Yep.
And I'm telling you, that actually makes a great bowl. Black beans, butternut squash, broccoli, some of the other regular squash, onions. It's a great way to make a bowl
You're making me hungry again.
without any meat at all. But yeah, look, I mean, I just believe that, if we really want more people eating what we grow, we ourselves need to be the first representative, right? It's not something that you can just say, hey, everybody, y'all should be eating this while we're not living it, right?
Yeah.
So if we're really going to have a convincing sales pitch to the rest of the world out there, I think it's important for us to kind of at least live some of the message. I mean, you may not have to be the most crazy produce person, but I think it's important that you eat what you grow. In fact, I did a thing at Sunfed. I used to do a lunch every Friday, and that was it. I said, eat what we sell is what I called that. Eat what we sell. And so I'd have people come in and make squash casseroles or whatever. And yeah, worked out pretty good. And I don't know, like some things, if you don't keep it up, it stopped and never got reignited. But
See, and so real quick, let me touch on that. And that's part of why we focus on health the way we do, like the Clean Eating Challenge. We're not trying to jam a diet down people's throats.
Right.
We're not saying, oh man, because you stopped doing it on Fridays, nobody's going to eat fruits and vegetables anymore. And that's really the message is, guys, it's about lots of small changes that equal one huge change, right? Just like Hunter Pinky was talking about on his deal. You just got to take those first small steps, right? Take a little bit of good and then put another little bit of good and then another little bit of good. And before you know it, you've got something great. Dude, healthy eating should be like that. Healthy
Yeah.
living should be like that.
100%.
Hunter Pinky
Change
did.
one meal
You
right
just said
now.
his name and I want to cry.
Yeah,
But
man,
the guys-
that was pretty impactful.
To talk about some skill at making you or taking you on an emotional roller coaster. We talked about it briefly with Tommy earlier, and I use the analogy of going to a funeral of someone who you don't really know that well to be completely torn apart, and you do because it reminds you of your own mortality, I guess, right? To a certain degree, and you start thinking about all those things, and that's kind of how I felt with him. Not that I'm expecting to have an accident like that, but you find a way to connect it to your life, whatever's going on. In this case, I had something going on in my life this week, and I related. So not exact same thing, but a loss a friend had, and yeah, it was emotional. So I think. So not to sidetrack us, but the quality of the speaker, in this case, the quality of Viva and what we have to offer, and the person that was their first time, kind of still circling back to that, our speakers, I believe I even told him that he was the first video that I watched when you sent out the prospects, and I didn't watch any of the other ones. That's all I needed. So I'm assuming he appreciated it. He said he appreciated it. Of course, he probably gets a lot of adulation, if you will. But I
You
felt
want
better.
$10 for that
I
word?
felt better. No, I felt compelled to say something. Sometimes you leave
awesome.
yourself wishing you said something, and so I felt like whether he remembers or not, I felt better.
Isn't
So-
that the key though in a relationship business, whatever it is, right? Like say something. Like
Right.
a lot of people in life, whether it's the Clean Eating Challenge and Craig challenging each of you to change your lives in one small way. We've had people that come back and do it a second or a third time and try again, not because they failed, but because like I need more support. life gets in the way. I want to try again. And
It's a journey. It's a challenge. Again, it's not a
stopping
diet.
point.
And
Yeah.
you're probably going to miss more opportunities than you have. But as an example, and I'm not patting myself on the back, but I saw Beth yesterday. Oh, thanks. I saw Beth Keaton yesterday during the sessions, and I thought to myself, wow, Beth looks great. Like, I hadn't
Yeah.
seen her in a while. I didn't say anything to her. Today I stopped her and told her,
Absolutely.
and I hope she appreciated it. Again, I feel better now that I told her, because it was a missed opportunity if not.
So I'm gonna take this a step further, and I hope Tommy doesn't mind. I don't know if you guys talked about it, but think about it. Tommy completed his second time through the challenge this year, right? And he's been living much healthier than he was in 2019 when he took the first challenge, right? He's off a lot of meds, but he still felt like he had further to go. And the problem was the time between 2020 and 2025 when he started wasn't that he was eating any differently. He had kind of maintained those small changes, but what he needed that other push. He needed that relationship. He needed that guidance. He needed the connection. Craig, you gave it to him, and look at him now. He lost another 42 pounds. He's off most all of his meds at this point. And I mean, when I saw him today, and I hadn't seen him in about 4 or 5 months, he is significantly slimmed down, and I'm sure he's loving it too, because he's out here still 7 hours later on his feet, mixing and mingling, living the good life, having a beer. And to your point, Craig, I remember when we first talked about this, you told me personally, you were on a journey to make it to the finish line, sprinting and not crawling. And that has stuck with me forever, because I think about that too. When my wife goes, "You want pizza rolls?" And I go, pizza rolls sound good, but I think I can invest the 20 minutes it takes to put together some sort of pasta with some vegetables in it.
100%. Yeah.
They do sound good, though. They do sound good.
Bro, I'm there.
So the thing for me, Tommy, in the few weeks that we were together working on this, a few months or whatever, the fact that he's riding a bicycle, that is because he says I think it's the second episode, because we talked about his wife and that trip, and he's like emphatic about, I'm not sitting my ass on no bicycle seat for 60 days or 60 miles or whatever. And then it was a couple of months later, all of a sudden he's like,
Just kidding.
I got a bike. I'm like, what are you talking about? I was like, you were pretty
I told you
emphatic.
I was never going to ride a bike. I know, but now I have a bike.
And that was the thing, because that was my deal. Is like, yeah, because his wife's going riding the bike. Yep. But the beauty of that, right, is he was against it. He had that mindset, but he's now, one, he loves his wife, and being able to spend time with her and be able to do something and enjoy something she's doing. That's something that not only will he sustain, he will get more into it, right? Without even trying.
I'm really curious if IFCO's going to put his cycle kit together for him.
No, they
Maybe. What's that all entail?
Well, you got the spandex leotard, basically, that's fully
okay.
branded. The
Yeah.
cycle
Oh, we
kit.
can do that. Yeah.
I
That'd be
think
great.
I'm going to kind of bring it a little full circle here. I think that's part of that secret sauce we're talking about, right? That
Salsa.
relationship.
Secret salsa.
That's salsa. That's right. That's part of the salsa especial,
Copyrighted
Right.
by Edward Todd Inc.
the fresh grit salsa. No, in all seriousness, I think I'm looking out here, watching everyone mixing and mingling. They're not hanging out with their own companies. They're out there hanging out with the other companies. They're still visiting. They're still talking business. They're still talking why they came here to Viva Fresh.
You're going to make us get the lighters out.
Oh, bro, yeah, I'm there, man. Hunter started me. Hunter started me. But seriously, I think it's because people come to Viva Fresh knowing that, yeah, they're going to get business done, but they're going to see friends. They're going to have a good time doing it. And at the end of the day, they're going to go home and go, probably could have hung out another day and still been perfectly great.
Yeah, no worse for wear.
Yeah, for sure.
The Hunter story, right? Like, what are we pouring into? Right?
Yeah.
Like, who are you pouring into? Like,
Are we energy givers or energy
yeah,
takers?
are we pouring into everybody here in some way? So
What about the numbers, guys? Y'all got those in
No,
yet?
no,
I
do we need to work?
did.
You got them?
I called before we
Run us.
jumped up here.
All right, perfect.
2,872.
No way.
Yes,
That's the
way.
Seaway.
No way.
Seaway.
Wow. 2872. Is that a record?
I did not check.
It is not. 2877 was our record for Houston. Let me say this, though. You know, we heard a lot of lead up into this event about people talking about just how tough this year has been. And they said, you know, I don't think I'm going to send as many people for my team. I don't think I'm going to do this. I don't think I'm going to do that. Look at this. Look at these people out here.
Well, guess what? They sent
They
5
sent 'em
fewer
anyway.
people.
Yeah, 5 fewer people.
That's right. It's been a tough year, but this was important enough that they got off their butt and they did it.
100%.
That's cool, man.
So what was the first year in Austin?
I think we scraped together a little less than 1,000.
Yeah,
Was
that's
it
kind
that
of what I
many?
was thinking. It was somewhere.
I-
in the
I don't-
neighborhood.
I
it
don't
was
even-
like
800.
890.
Yeah, there you go.
something. Yeah.
So, pretty good growth.
Very good.
Even
I'd take it.
2019.
I'd take that ROI.
Yeah,
I
for
mean,
sure.
last being here, we're bigger than we were in 2018. I don't know the number off the top of my head, but we did not have this many people. We did not have this many sponsorships. We did not have this many activations. We did not have this many experiences.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, there's definitely, for those listening that either haven't been or haven't been involved, don't be dissuaded. There are plenty of opportunities still to participate. I know
Pickleball.
for the pickleball, we'll give pickleball club plug. Golf, you know, we have some great opportunities. The folks that were doing JC Tropicals, that are doing the demo in the middle, they were doing an awesome
like
demo on the
contest.
course. Yeah, with like a drive-through activation and, you know, drinks and a golf type skee ball game that they had, and they really got into it. Really, you're only limited by your imagination. We'll figure out, you know, how to get you involved. So
yeah, I think you just hit it on the head, Ed. Like, I think as Viva Fresh and Tipa, we get better every year and come up with new ideas and figure out how to level up. But at the same time, we're seeing our sponsors and our exhibitors level up too. I mean, they're bringing new ideas. We're not just showing up with your basic, 8x10 booth. I mean,
come
people
to
are-
us with ideas.
Yeah. There's nothing we haven't been able to figure out.
That's a great.
That says a lot.
To use some new words I learned, you clock it, we'll slay it.
Clock it, will
Okay.
slay it.
So we got a lot of
Okay.
new.
Is
you
that
got-
something he shouldn't have used? Because it's okay, Mason.
You follow along at Viva Fresh on Facebook or Instagram, and Tommy is our new viral cloud.
Yeah, he told me he was blowing up on the Instagram.
Yeah.
I use it about as much as he does, so I don't know.
We
And,
thought about having you do the same.
yeah, so well, like I say, I'd be like him because he said his daughter called him like within 15 minutes or whatever it went out. He's like, yeah, I had no idea. I don't even know what they're doing, honestly.
It's funny. All right. So next year we're back in San Antonio. So we expect to see more of you out here, more of those great ideas as it relates to partnerships, if you will. If you have them, great. If you need one, we'll get it to you. And then Dallas, right? Are we booked for Dallas? Can we share that?
We
Is that
are.
super secret.
Nope.
Okay.
Share it. Preach it, brother.
All right. So we'll be in Dallas the following year, but one more year here in San Antonio. If you haven't been, you need to make it here. It's a great, great event. So
Bring your pickleball paddle. We doubled the event this year. We're going to double it again next year. So
yeah.
If you have anything at all to do with fresh produce out of Texas, out of Mexico, anything in this region, there is no reason for you to not be here. You should be here already. And if you aren't, you need to start making the plans right now, because we're ready to take you here. We're ready to help you out. We're ready to help you celebrate what this region is. And just like Ed said, we're going to make this thing great, and we're going to keep making it even better every year, including pickleball.
And then the other group that's, if you buy produce, and I don't care if you're in Canada or the Northeast or Northwest, I guarantee if you're buying produce from South Texas. You need to be here.
And Viva Fresh Expo will make all of your wildest dreams come true. All of your wildest dreams.
That's that.
That's where we left it,
You
huh?
get- you get
All
to call
right.
that.
All right.
I'm afraid for what those calls might be.
All right. Let's wrap it up. These folks have a show to close. I've got a room full of liquor
That he's got to go drink
to get rid of.
Could get crazy.
Thanks for joining us. It's been great as always. Thanks for the setup here, the support. Obviously, you know what we do. What do we do? What's
Clock
that?
it.
You got to clock it.
Oh, okay. No. I ain't doing that. You know,
You don't want to do the clock?
thanks for all the hard work. Thanks for having us be a part of it. And we're excited to see what comes for next year. And can't wait to start working on it again, which seems like we will be pretty soon. Maybe you're giving us, I think, a 2-month break. And then we'll start talking about Viva Fresh Expo 27.
Great job, guys. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See y'all.
guys.